Returned. I think I liked it be better before, Dirks. Could have got the cardboard cutouts or something like that. Would have been better. Yeah.
Camera's good in the back.
Oh, you missed my joke? The Revs win. Told you before the season started. Before the season started, I thought they'd do well. I quite like the group. It's well balanced and that. Got goals in him, strong at the back, very athletic. Who? Yeah, he's a good player, eh? Are we good? Yeah? So you're not blaming me for this one then?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Get underway with Adrian Heath. Adrian, did you feel like this was the most complete game against the Nets?
A little bit. I thought it was most important as well. And I told the players that before the game. You know, I wanted to keep this run going. And I know playing these, because of the way they play, they stretch you out. They're a good footballing team, and you have to stay disciplined because that's what they work on, getting you out to your shape. And they're good on the ball, they're a good possession team. And I thought the first half especially, we really picked our moments to press, turn the ball over, and then I thought some of our play in the first half was outstanding, to be honest. Maybe the best half we've had all season in terms of stuff we've been looking at. I think it's a sign of things to come. You saw Fragapani with Ray, and, you know, I thought Asani was outstanding again. And, you know, it's good for the two new guys to get a goal. You know, Adrian could have conceivably had 4 goals in the last couple of games. You know, final ball at times wasn't the best, but, you know, I don't... Tyler's had, what, 1 big save first half, I think. I can't really think of anything else that he... You know, he's had saves, but stuff that I think he should save. So, no, it's another clean sheet as well, which is important.
Adrian, Chip Scoggins, Star Tribune. Can you describe what the atmosphere and energy felt like for the first time here in a long time?
I've always said we got a special atmosphere here, and you saw it tonight. I thought the supporters were magnificent, and even in them moments when it's 2-0, but we've just lost a bit of momentum, and the opposition are having plenty of possession. You know, then they started to up the singing and got the players going again. So no, it's been a great night. But the one thing it shows you is how important supporters are for this game. You know, it's a completely different game, different sport when you've got 20,000 people in a building supporting you. And, you know, just the atmosphere was fantastic all evening. Really was. So a big thank you to them. You know, I know they've been waiting for it, and we've been waiting for them as well.
George Zago to Star Tribune. Was that start what you mean by playing on the front foot?
Yeah, playing quick, playing in their half, making the opposition, you know, play on the back foot. And, you know, what I think our final ball a couple of times was maybe a touch rushed. But the way that we got from one end of the field to the other with the possession play that we had, getting in between the lines, breaking pressure, I thought was outstanding. And a really good you know, sort of marker for things to come. You know, I think when I look back at some of our play in the middle of the field last year, you know, with Kevin and people like that, it was very, very good. This is showing signs that, you know, we can maybe eclipse that with the players that we've got.
Pierre Nugent, Fox 9, Adrian, with Franco and with Adrian, I mean, they've only played a couple of games for an immediate impact. I mean,
yeah.
Have you seen from them in terms of the adjustment period to be able to contribute in such a fast manner?
Well, we've followed them for a long time, and, you know, they were both really protracted, you know, transfer deals. But we thought they would do really well for us, and what we've seen in training and what we've seen in games, you know, nothing changes our mind. In fact, makes us all more pleased that we stayed the course with these two, because a couple of times we thought, I'm not sure this is going to happen, but I still think there's a lot more for them to come. You know, they're both still not 100% with their fitness, as you can see. And but as they get sharper and they start to get a better understanding with the people they're playing with, starting to understand what people can and can't do, yeah, they'll get better for sure.
When do you think you'll get the 3 international players back in a game?
I think it'd be too early. It'd be too early for this weekend, just for the travel. So we're not going to rush him to come back. Robin's got an appointment for his green card as well in Finland and Helsinki, so that will take him a day or two. So we're hoping that him and Romain in the next few weeks will get the green card sorted, which will be good. It opens up a couple of slots for us if we should want to do something in the next window. But no, we won't rush him back for this weekend, because I think physically and emotionally, certainly for the Finland guys, I think it's been a really heavy couple of weeks with everything that they've gone through. Yes, yeah.
You guys had 60% possession in the first half. How much did not having Alex Ring in the middle for them, do you think, kind of open things up for you?
Well, he's a good player in the way they play. You know, he drops in to make it a back three, and then they push the fullbacks really high, and you know we'd worked on that. So the fact they didn't really change. Maybe they didn't have the same quality, but they didn't really change what they tried to do. I just thought that from the first game we played them here, we had a far better shape and a far better understanding when and where to press. And I don't know many balls we pinched in the first half and broke on them, and so that was pleasing.
Adrian, ever since Nico has gotten an opportunity, it seems like he's been pretty productive for you. What have you just seen out of him over these last?
Well, he's very athletic. He's quick. You know, it's one of the things we talk about. I think Nico, with his talent and his level of finishing, when we see it in training, should be getting between 8 and 12 goals a season, because he does get in the box, and as I say, he's strong as a ox, and he's quick. You know, so we've been really pleased with his contribution for sure.
It seemed like Ray had a few issues in the first half, with his neck, maybe his knee, but then he wanted to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Is that the toughness you want to see, and how?
Well, he wants to play all the time. You know, that's his nature. But you know, he had a bang on the head. Then he said he was okay. Then he said he wasn't. Then and with the language barrier, it's not the easiest thing. But he's fine. You know, he'll be available. He'll be tired and a bit sore because he's had 5 weeks of not really doing an awful lot. What did he play at the weekend? 15, 20 minutes. So he's not done a lot for quite a while. So he'll be better for the minutes he's had this evening, and the conditions as well.
Time for a few more for Coach.
How pleased were you that the game allowed you to get some subs in there at the end to get ready for Saturday in the Heat in Portland as well?
Yeah, I think you saw with San Jose last night. You know, this Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, and the conditions is not easy. You know, I think they've given a temperature of 108 in Portland for the weekend. So, you know, it's not going to be any easier. So it was nice to get them off, even with only 20 minutes to go. But, you know, I think that we'll have a look at what we want to do for the weekend. We might have to freshen it up, certainly in the beginning.
Any more for Coach? Thank you, Adrian.
Are we good? I'd like to say it was good to see you all, but I'm not so sure.
We know better.
Yeah, see you all.
One of them. Whichever one's ready first.
this was your first game with a capacity crowd at Allianz. What did you take in of the atmosphere tonight?
It was electric. To be able to step out there and see kind of what we've been through in this past year and everything come full circle and to have everybody back in the arena, I think is a special day just for our city and our team, and to be able to give them this result today, it really just culminates the entire experience. And I think that the boys tonight played fantastic, and I think the crowd helped us every bit of the way.
What was it to run up to the Wonder Wall and hear them sing in a full house?
It was great. Honestly, it doesn't compare. I mean, everybody that came out for the last several games was amazing, and we obviously appreciate that. But to have a full capacity crowd, you can't beat it. So, like I said, to deliver that result tonight, it's a great feeling.
This is the second time that you guys have scored multiple goals in a game, and first time that you've won by multiple goals. Do you feel like this was the best game you guys have played this year?
Yeah, I think that we've been figuring out kind of as the season's gone on. Obviously, we get off to a difficult start, and the last 5 games now, I think we've done tremendously. And so, as we've continued to improve, I think we've seen a complete performance now from the defense to the offense to the midfield, and how everybody can contribute, and how we can get back to being that team that everybody had those expectations for. Not that we're anywhere near where we should be or where we need to be, but we're exactly where we have to be right now in this moment. And I think that everybody is doing a tremendous job to continue to push week in, week out to get results every game.
What did you think of the combination between Franco and Adrian tonight, and what can they possibly be together?
I mean, you see the quality that they have. When you come from Argentina, you come from France, and you come from these dynamic leagues, you're going to bring a different element to the game. And I think that they are players that can really bring us a new perspective. We obviously have a dangerous flank and the service that we can put into the box, but when you can combine that with the ability to play in the tight spaces, play quick combinations around the box, that just adds another dangerous attack to us. So it's only going to help improve us as we go forward.
You wonder why this guy was our sideline reporter last year.
How do you feel like things changed when Alex Ring was a late scratch for how they wanted to do things?
To be honest, I didn't think. I mean, obviously Alex is a good player. He's a veteran player in this league, and he brings a lot of leadership to Austin. And but for us, I think that we really just wanted to focus on ourselves. We knew that if we took care of our business, that ultimately it wouldn't matter one player or not. So he obviously is a good disruptive piece for them. He's a leader, but at the end of the day, I think all of the focus really needed to be on our team and what we were bringing to the table, not really what Austin had or didn't have. So that's what we did. That's what we focused on, and obviously it worked out tonight.
You just got back from Dallas. What do you think about going to 105, 102-degree Portland in 3 days?
That's not bad. So it'll be good. We're used to it. So, yeah, whatever they throw out there, turf, the grass, a full capacity crowd, we'll go there and deal with the elements. And they're playing the same weather that we are, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Last one for Tyler here.
I saw Ray get banged up a few times, but wanting to stay in the game. What does that do when you see a leader like that fight to stay in the game?
Yeah, Ray's a warrior. He's probably the hardest guy on the field to bring off the field for the medical staff. So he's a tremendous fighter, and I think that he brings a lot of talent to our midfield and really helps be that key guy for us that can break lines, make a key pass, and also contribute with a goal. So I think that Ray is a great player, and obviously everybody feeds off of him and his energy that he can bring to our team.
All right. Thank you much, Tyler.
Thank you.
Let Franco come next, folks.
Hello.
Juan Robles para Veravisión Deportes. Franco, ¿cómo te sientes de volver a marcar en este partido y no solo marcar, sino asistir en un gol?
Bien, la verdad me siento muy bien. Pude marcar y el equipo pudo ganar, que era lo que queríamos hacer.
The question was how he felt scoring in another game and then not only scoring but also helping out in the assist. His answer was it felt great to score and it felt even better for the team to come out with a win tonight.
Franco, how do you feel like your chemistry with Ray and Adrian has improved game over game?
¿Cómo sientes que tu relación con tu química con Adrian y con Ray se ha puesto mejor con cada juego?
Bien, la verdad que jugar con esa clase de jugadores que tienen una técnica muy buena y una visión de juego muy buena, se hace más fácil para mí y para todos los compañeros.
They're the type of player who have such a great vision for the game that it just makes playing so much easier for him.
Gustavo Rosso, Reporte 365. La afición de Minnesota estaba muy contenta y ansiosa con su llegada. Estaría bueno saber si usted ha sentido el mismo cariño de parte de los fanáticos y de la gente en general de Minnesota y de todo el equipo.
Sí, la verdad que cuando llegué y firmé, me presentaron, me escribió mucha gente de Minnesota, mucha gente que la verdad que me hizo sentir muy bien. Llegué y me sentí muy cómodo y creo que estoy haciendo las cosas bien y darle muchas gracias a toda la gente que te escribe.
When his signing was very much anticipated, and so the question was if he has felt the love from the fans. The answer was yes, he has. Immediately when he signed and when we announced, he received a mass amounts of messages of fans from Minnesota being very, very excited to be here. And since then, he's felt really comfortable with the team, and he's really thankful for their support.
How would you compare the atmosphere here tonight versus in Argentina at Talleres or Bombonera or wherever else?
¿Cómo compara el ambiente esta noche con el ambiente en Argentina?
No, esta noche fue muy lindo, la verdad que ver a toda la gente, el estadio lleno. Yo en Argentina estaba jugando sin gente, la verdad que era muy triste jugar así y venir acá y jugar con toda la gente que te apoya y te alienta es una cosa muy linda para el jugador.
That it was great. He came playing in Argentina and they were still playing with empty stadiums and no fans, which is obviously very difficult to play in. So it was great to feel that support and the love from the fans tonight.
What was it like running up and hearing them sing Wonderwall at the end for the first time?
¿Cómo fue eso, oír a los fanáticos cantar la canción al final del juego?
Sí, algo muy lindo para mí, algo nuevo, porque la verdad que no venía acostumbrado, pero fue algo muy lindo ver a toda esa gente cantar y levantando la bandera de cada uno.
It was really nice to see it. It's not something he's used to. It's not something that they do in his team in Argentina, but it was nice to see everybody singing and everybody with their flags and the scarves as well.
You talk about the expectation with your signing. What does it mean to you to be able to get on the score sheet so quickly and do it multiple times to kind of enhance your mood and understanding and comfortability here?
Había mucha anticipación con tu llegada. ¿Cómo te ha hecho más relajado saber que ya estás anotando inmediatamente?
Sí, yo vine para eso, vine para tratar de ayudar al equipo a meter goles, a ganar. La verdad que se me está dando y bueno, hay que seguir por el mismo camino.
Yeah, I came here to score goals and to help the team by doing so. And I'm really happy that it's been going that way so far.
Higuaín dijo que la MLS es dura como el calcio. ¿Pensás lo mismo en comparación con el torneo argentino?
Sí, la verdad que es muy dura. La MLS tenés buenos jugadores, buenos equipos. Pero bueno, nosotros somos un equipo duro también y estamos demostrando que queremos pelear arriba.
The question was that Higuain had said that the MLS was a difficult league to play in, and his answer was that 100% that's the case. He also talks about how this team is a tough team to beat, so they're just going to try and keep playing hard.
Hablando de otra competición, la Copa América, ¿cómo ves a la selección argentina? ¿Crees que tenga lo necesario para poder conseguir ese título?
Sí, yo creo que sí. Teniendo a Messi, que es el mejor jugador del mundo, creo que puede ganarlo. Tenemos una selección muy buena, muy buenos jugadores, pero bueno, estamos haciendo las cosas bien y creo que si apoyamos todo a Messi, Argentina puede ganarlo.
The question was how he sees Argentina doing in the Copa America tournament. He says that it's a great national team, and how can you not be good with someone like Messi on the team? So as long as they keep supporting him, the team should do well in the tournament.
Last one from Andy here, and then Jerry.
Who makes the best yerba mate? Is it you or Ray or Juan Chope?
¿Quién hace el mate mejor, tú, Ray o Ramón?
Yo lo hago mejor. La verdad que lo llevo todos los días al entrenamiento, a los partidos. Ellos me parece que vinieron sin mate.
He makes the best. He's the one that brings it every day, and it's almost like they came here without it. Last question, please.
You've scored 2 goals in 2 games. How many do you think you could have scored?
Que has anotado ya 2 goles en 2 juegos. ¿Cuántos goles piensas que tú has podido anotar?
No, yo no me pongo un número. Yo voy partido a partido. La verdad que, bueno, se me abrió el arco y hay que seguir haciendo goles y aportando lo mejor para el equipo.
I don't set a number in that way. He saw the goal wide open, and he just tries to go kind of game by game and take the opportunities as they come. Last question.
La última, y gracias, Franco. Si tuvieras que aconsejar a un compañero de toda la vida de Argentina o de donde sea que viene a jugar al MLS, ¿qué le dirías? ¿Qué consejo le darías?
No, que venga, que la verdad es un país que se vive muy bien. A comparación de Argentina es otro mundo. La liga es muy buena, va creciendo año a año. La verdad que yo siempre quise jugar acá, siempre veía los partidos, veía a amigos que juegan acá. Y bueno, y por suerte hoy se me dio y estoy acá muy feliz.
The question was, what advice would he give to a fellow countryman wanting to play in MLS? And he would say to come here, that the league is great, it's getting better every year, and that this is just a good country to live in.
Thank you.
Adrian, will be up next.
Hello.
Adrian has to enunciate. His English is very good for everybody. First question for Adrian.
What did it mean to you to score your first